we're not counting the offline ones. So, Damian, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm Damian Ravanos. I'm the executive director at Social Hacks Academy.
And my name is Slim Kasraoui. I'm the director of products at Social Hackers Academy.
And my name is Zainab. I'm the employability manager at Social Hackers Academy. Welcome, everyone.
All right, so this class, the 23rd class starts on July 24th. It will be a full stack web development career track. It's a 7 months career track, so 6 months where you will learn and practice every day, and 1 month for the final project. The learning happens usually between 5 and 9 p.m. And we provide scholarships for refugees and asylum seekers. So some of the important dates that you should keep in mind. The first one is the day you apply to the career track, and right away you need to start the first steps to JavaScript course, which is a mandatory step to join the course. You need to complete it. Then this 12th of July, which is today, is the info session where you will learn more about our course. 17th of July, we will close the applications. And July 24th, after acceptance and finishing the first steps of JavaScript course, you are enrolled to the career track, and we will kick off the career track. And we accept students on a first came, first served basis. So make sure to finish the first steps of JavaScript course as soon as possible to secure your seat in this class. Now let us tell you about our holistic approach to employment. So far at Social Hackers Academy, 91% of our graduates have found a job already within 3 months after graduation. As we already mentioned, the duration is 7 months, where you will learn the full stack technologies like basic HTML, CSS, and advanced concept, JavaScript, front-end technologies, back-end technologies, and then you will have the final project. In the meanwhile, we embedded the employability track into our teaching learning methodologies, and Zainab will tell you more about this stuff.
Thank you, Slim. So as Slim mentioned, we will have our employability track during the program. So we will start with the second week from the program, and we will start taking the employability track. So in our employability track, we divided to two main parts, the soft skills part and then the career development. But before going through the schedule and the timeline and the topic, I want to mention something very important, is why soft skills. So, nowadays it's very important to have soft skills, and many companies ask our employee should have soft skills, and they mention a lot of things that he should have. And also, you may hear a lot that attend this workshop for time management, for example, and that workshop for that and that. But why the industry is asking for soft skills, and why in our program we will teach you, or we will help you to enhance this soft skills in you? Because as you know, nowadays the companies is looking for a candidate who can help the company in achieve the mission, who can help the company in growth. So if you have, for example, time management skills, that means that you will deliver your task in time, and this will make the customer satisfied, your company satisfied, and then you can help the company in their work to complete their mission. And the same, for example, for self-awareness, communication skills, and so on. So in our program at SHA, we will go through the time management, effective communication, then the self-awareness, creativity, and the problem solving. But we will not have like the boring, old-fashioned session. No, we will embed that with the practical knowledge. For example, for time management, we can like help you and training you how to use the tools that can help you in manage your time. And also we have a schedule at SHA, so you can reflect that schedule to your schedule, and you can like enhance the time management skills, and so on for the rest of the non-technical skills. And also for the career development, we will go through CV. We will have a workshop for CV. We will help you in creating a CV for a developer, and how you can communicate your technical skills and non-technical skills through the CV and the resume. And also after like giving the CV workshop, we will ask you about to create a CV first version, and we will give you a private feedback for the CV. The same for LinkedIn. We will have a workshop for that, and we will help you to like create. I know that many of us like have a LinkedIn profile, but we will help you how you can reflect your skills through the LinkedIn profile, and how you can like show yourself as a developer. And the same for the GitHub. After doing all of that, we will have the industry mindset workshop and also behavioral interviews. We will train you how you can succeed in the behavioral interviews and also in the HR interviews, how you can introduce yourself. How we can do that is like to have the usual workshop, and also to ask you to introduce yourself, and we can give you like feedback about that. Then we will have something called digital footprint. So after giving all the workshop, we will ask you to do CV second version, and we can like have a review, private review, LinkedIn and GitHub. So after graduation, we will complete following up with you. We will have mock interviews. We will have something called for review session. In that way, we will review your CV again until we reach to the final version. We will review your LinkedIn, your profile, your GitHub, and also we will set a plan that match with your qualities, with the requirements, and also like your technical skills, and what you are looking for. And like through your searching for a job, we will keep following up with you. Like, hello Zainab, I have a technical task, so could you please help me with that? Or hello, I have HR interview. I cannot handle the pressure. I need like to practice more. So we can provide you with this also. Follow up emails, reading contracts, all of this stuff during the 7 months and also after graduation.
Thank you very much, Zainab, for this detailed explanation. So that's to say that technical skills and soft skills goes hand in hand in this field. And now let's talk a bit about the the technologies you will learn. So we will start with the basics. So HTML and CSS, you will learn about tables, forms, medias, box model, positioning, other concepts like Flexbox and Grid, some CSS frameworks like Bootstrap. You will learn how to implement animations. Then in the JavaScript part, you will learn the basics and fundamentals. You will learn how to manipulate the DOM, the events, asynchronous JS API. I'm laughing because for many of you, this might sound like Chinese, but you will get used gibberish. Yeah, you will get used to that very soon. So asynchronous JavaScript API, React, Node.js, Express, and in the database part, you will learn MongoDB and Mongoose.
The total hours of learning that will be happening during the cohort is 112 hours of live classes, which will be recorded and can be watched on demand. A minimum of 70 hours of pair programming, where you get to learn and work and collaborate, build projects with another a fellow student, 84 hours of employability skills, and 560 hours of guided learning. It might sound like quite a bit at the moment, but what we suggest is that the commitment we expect from you to have on a weekly basis is about 20 hours per week.
Definitely, that's the suggested amount of time to spend in this course. So, when are the classes taking place? So, we have two ways of learning. So, regular hackers or everyday hackers and weekend hackers. So, let's start with the everyday hackers. So that means who are the everyday hackers? These are people that are available during the week, and they can spend 4 to 5 hours daily. And this is might look like your weekly schedule. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. There are, for example, the live sessions and the employability workshops. They have specific days and hours. But other than that, for your self-learning, pair programming, and code challenges, you can set up your schedule as it fits you better. So, for example, Monday, you will start by self-reading on our Athena platform. You will have access to the course, of course, over there. You will work on your assignments with your pair. Then from 7 to 9 p.m. Athens time, you will have the live session. Then after the live session, you can take a break and then go back to self-reading, work on the code challenges or the assignments. Then Tuesday, you will work again either in pair on the code challenge or working on your assignments. Wednesday, we have the employability workshop or the webinars. So we have two webinars per month. One is technical and the second is HR soft skills related, and so on and so forth. And at the end of every week, we share with you a survey to fill in, and that's what helps us always improving our ways by getting feedback from our students. Then some people are not that much available during the week, especially people that are employed, and they have the weekend to spare for studying. For if you are in this category, so that this category we call as weekend hackers. So you must use the full weekend for studying. So you need to spend at least 8 hours a day, and we also encourage you to try to spare a couple of hours during the week in order to not get rusty from weekend to another. So since
Sorry, Slim. Yeah, I thought you finished.
Yeah, I was going to mention that our sessions are recorded. So if you cannot attend the live sessions during the week, you will have access to the recording. So you can start your weekend by watching the sessions and then work on the assignment, the code challenges, and you will be matched with your pair, which will be also a weekend hacker. So we try to match regular hackers together and weekend hackers together in order for you to find the time to study together. You can go ahead, Damien.
We've seen that weekend hackers the program tends to be more challenging to them, as they have to put like a lot of learning and assignments and pair programming and all the other stuff. It can get overwhelming. So we suggest that you should have you should spread the learning and doing as much as possible throughout the week, even if it's for 1 hour per day, or like whatever little you can invest in the program. It's always best to spread the learning as much as possible throughout the week.
Definitely. Also, for it gives the time for your brain to process all the information you are acquiring. So it's like when you spread the learning over a week, it's easier for you to get used to what you are learning than to bombard your brain with an intensive 2 days of 8 hour each. So that's why Damian is mentioning that you must spare a couple of hours or whatever amount of time every day, so you can make your experience easier. So the question that we usually get is, can I make my own schedule for the course? The answer is yes and no. So yes, when it comes to the solo learning, when it comes to when you want to work on the assignment within a specific deadline. So you can decide if you want to work to study during the day, during nighttime, or whenever you want. But for the sessions, it's mandatory to attend the sessions, and the sessions, most of the time, they are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, and 7 p.m. Athens time always. And you need to attend this session. Other than that, you can organize yourself with your pair if you are working on challenges, and manage your time with our support, of course. We were talking about time management skill that you will acquire. So at the beginning, it might be a bit challenging to manage your time effectively, but with the employability team support and the practice, you will get there. So yeah. All right. Damian, your preferred.
Yes. And we want to address some common myths, which is, who is a good programmer? And we hear all the time that you have to be a great mathematician, which is certainly not the case. It doesn't hurt to know a bit of math, of course, and it will help you having a good background in mathematics. It will help you in a few years on your way to become a senior dev, but it's certainly not a mandatory thing to start with. Also, programmers must have bad communication skills. Quite the contrary. Communication skills is something that it's a skill which you can learn and you can adapt and you can develop. And we facilitate the development of the skill while participating in our course. Then the good programmer should be able to fix a printer. Not really, wouldn't hurt. Again, it's always nice to be able to fix your father's, mother's, boyfriend's printer. Then the good programmer is not creative. I could argue that there should be some creativity there, which can also be developed. Creativity is one of those skills that we think is like artists are creative. They don't start like that, you know. It's a skill that they can develop, and it would be very beneficial for the development of your career for you to be creative. Of course, depending in the company you work at, your specific role. So yeah, it's complicated. And a good programmer must be a nerd and a lonely person. Yes, it might or might not be a nerd or lonely person. It doesn't matter. But I've seen when programmers talk with other programmers, they tend to be very vocal and very have a lot of expressions. They really want to meet other people and talk, but talk about the things they care about, like technology, programming, building stuff.
Thank you, Damien. I just want to answer Thanos in the chat. So Thanos is saying that the course being in English is a barrier, and what are other options that we have? At the moment, we have only the career track in English, but I see from your messages that you are doing quite good with English, and you don't have to be proficient in English. Like, we have students that studied with us. They started the course, and this was one of my bets on our student. He started using Google Translator in order to learn with us. And at the end of the course, he developed his English skills, and he presented his project without Google Translator. And this is a challenge. And through this career track, learning technologies, new technologies is a challenge. Learning soft skills, if you don't have some of them, is a challenge. So let's put this in the category of challenges that you will overcome. And definitely, if you get this, not proficiency, but if you get better at English while studying coding, that will definitely serve you in your career in the tech industry afterwards, because first of all the technical words, concepts, and so on, you will learn them in English, even if the course itself is taught in another language. You will still face the technical words in English. So this shouldn't be the thing that will hold you from going into learning tech.
Yes, yes. I would say it's mandatory to speak English. It's not optional. In many companies, no matter where they are established, in Greece, in Tunisia, UK is different. Many of them speak English internally, or at least in their communication through email, Slack, whatever they use. So it's a skill. It's you must have, that's for sure. And Thano, if you have been able to understand the three of us so far, and I see your writings is already, I would call it better than mine. So if you've reached this point, if you've understood 80% of what has been told, then I think you are okay to start with. And at 7 months, you won't believe the natural progression of your English speaking and writing ability. You won't believe it. It's just a matter of practicing. If you have a basic foundation like the one we are portraying right now, like if you've understood us, that's okay. It's not about degrees. I personally don't have a degree in English, but I'm able to form sentences and stuff.
Yeah,
How you call them?
I get you, Thana. So it's more not feeling comfortable speaking in English because we are not practicing it that much. But this feeling will go after the first or the second session in the course. You will see that people are not native English speakers, and we don't judge people for their English level. The point is to learn the technical skills and the soft skills. Thank you, Thanos, for bringing this topic. It's a very important one. So, and let's move to the next part. So, Damien.
Yeah, loads of career opportunities after successfully graduating with us. You can see here some other salary ranges. Also comes from our students or from our research. I won't go line by line. You can have an overview. But for me, I wouldn't focus on this. I would focus on the learning journey. It's not about convenience. It's about being out of your comfort zone and pushing, stretching the limits of your abilities at all times. 7 months in SHA is going to be very, very hard. You're going to be challenged in a daily or hourly basis. So this is what you should be looking for at this moment. The job titles you can potentially be hired for are full stack web developer, front end developer, back end developer, web developer, but also depends on your background. You might have a background in finance, or you might have a background in business. There are many of our graduates are not directly working as web developers or software engineers, but they go and do something more technical. So they were project managers, now they are technical project managers, and they have much better career opportunities ahead of them. Or they had very good personal skills or soft skills, and they go into becoming product owners or business analysts. It depends also on your background, whatever background you might have before starting to study with us. But these are the certain job titles you can find work.
Definitely. And then afterwards, like after finishing the 7 month career track, what you will discover about yourself is that you can learn almost everything by your own. So you will become autonomous learner if you are not already. And this will open many doors for you afterwards, because the industry trends, especially in technologies, is a landscape that is constantly evolving, changing with new things, like, for example, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, Internet of Things, and blockchain technology. And when you get the basics of web development through the full stack program, you can take your career to a next level afterwards by diving deeper into other technologies and concepts. So, what makes SHA special? SHA is the shorthand for Social Hackers Academy. So we have the live classes, two or more. So the minimum is 2 live classes per week, but depending on the week content, so it can be 3. You have the code challenges on a weekly basis with live solutions, code review on your assignment submissions. You will work in pairs, and this is very, very important, not only from a technical aspect, but also from soft skills aspect, because you will be matched with different people throughout the program. Sometimes you will get along with those people, sometimes you won't. And this is what happens when you are working in a company. Sometimes you like your coworkers, sometimes you don't. So you will be facing real life situations. This will also enhance your communication skills, your collaboration skills, and all those are soft skills that are really important. We have also our help desk system 7 days a week. So whenever you are studying by your own or working on your assignment and you are facing challenges and so on, you can reach out to our team through the help desk ticket system, and you will get the support you need. We have mentors. Most of them are our alumni and some other people that want to support you, people learning the technology. You have the soft skills and employability workshops every second week, and 2 events per month, as already mentioned, one technical and the other one is soft skills and HR related.
So this is a graph where we show how are we different from our competitors or other ways you could learn coding from. I won't go one by one. You can have a look. Also, when the recording happens, you can pause it and read this thoroughly. Essentially, how we are different is that we've created a roadmap that takes you from what we say from zero to hero. Watching in YouTube or Coursera, there is no clear plan. You get distracted all the time with that video or that fancy technology, and it's 6 months later, and you still haven't developed one very small project on GitHub. This will not be happening with us. There is a very clear roadmap, there are clear assignments, there is a clear goal. We are here not just to teach you, but to teach you in order for you to be employed. That's the goal. And we are offering all these services that we've mentioned to support you get there. One thing of maybe I would like to highlight here is the community-based learning and the pair learning. You always learn in a team environment or with other people, which is the same also when you'll get your first job in tech. You'll be working and learning with people. It's not a standalone job. And the technical assistance by our senior developers and sometimes senior students which like whenever you have a technical problem, our team is there 7 days per week, literally to support you with your any question you might have. It's we've really went above and beyond to create a roadmap, a way for you to get your first job.
Thank you, Damian. So let me take two questions that we have in the chat. So Thanos, to answer your question about specific things and aspect of programming, yes, you in our session, so you will get the theoretical part that will cover, for example, the example that you took, position absolute, how it works like this and why it reacts like that in another circumstances. You will learn everything in the nitty-gritty details, and then you will practice them through the assignments that we provide you on a weekly basis through sprints. So yes, you can ask this kind of question and all these things will be covered. It's not like an online course which is recorded and it covers just the basics. As we mentioned earlier, we are covering basics. We start with the basics of HTML and CSS. Then we go into more advanced stuff like positioning, like front-end framework like Bootstrap, like for animation, for example, is more advanced using HTML and CSS and so on. So you will have the possibility to ask your instructor about anything you need which is related to the course. Then Jelena is asking regarding the pair work, how much pairs 3 hours should overlap in order to complete the assignments? I'm not sure of getting the question, but let me try to answer it. In the meanwhile, if you would like to reformulate it. So you will work in pairs, not on the assignment, but on the code challenges. So there are two different things. There are the assignments, which are the assignments you will work on them solo, and the code challenges you will have 2 to 4 code challenges every week. On those you can work with your pair. I cannot give you an estimation of how many hours it will take you to complete the assignments. Some people might take them a couple of hours, some other might take them more. So it depends on so it's case by case here. So I cannot be very
The more
specific.
time you invest, the better the results will be for you. So we always suggest, if the question is, should I study less or more? The answer is always more, much, much more.
Yeah. So here Jelena is talking more about matching with students' availability. So in the Discord, so the software that we are using for communication, there for each pair you have a specific channel where you can talk to each other. So once a month we generate the pairs, and afterwards each pair will have a specific channel where they can interact with each other, and you will manage with your pair to try to find the best time for both of you to work at the same time. If that doesn't work for you, you reach out to us, and we will match you with someone else. Like, we will always find a solution for this situation. Then Costas, hi, I'm Costantino. Are all the weekly assignment oriented to just get a better understanding of the lesson taught, or is it exercise based to the final assignment and help you structure that? It's related to the topic that you are studying. Then what you mean by exercise based to the final assignment will be at the end of the program, the 3 last week before the final project. You will have 3 projects, 1 week each. During those 3 projects, you will be kind of introduced in how to work on a fully fledged project, either solo or in a team environment. Also, why did you choose MongoDB over MySQL for the database knowledge? Because the stack that we are teaching is the MERN stack. But for your project, if you are already familiar with MySQL, we also actually encourage our students for the final project to go and learn some other things by their own and implement them in their project, and we can assist you with that. So yes. And let's move to the next.
And the next question is, does it have to do with that the market is asking for, about the MySQL question? Yes, that's what the market is asking for. MongoDB is more used more often in new startups that are building new products, which is where most of our students go and work. They mostly work in smaller startups to start with.
So I hope that.
Does the job market need developers? Yes. The demand for software developers is projected to grow by 22% by 2029, and the average projected growth rate across all occupations is about 4%. So this number, it might not be perfect. It might not be 22, but 21 or 24, because depending on where you get your data from. But we have real life data by all our students. It becomes easier and easier for them to land jobs. Of course, Zainab and her team really helps to achieve that. But we look at the market, wherever you are, either you are in Athens, in Cairo, in Amman, or Tunis, London, it doesn't matter. The tech industry is booming and will keep booming. So yes, the job market needs more developers. And even now that AI, in case you are following the technologies, now with AI, there is this fear that it's going to replace developers. No, AI is not going to replace developers. Developers who uses AI are going to replace developers who don't use AI. But developers, for the foreseeable future, they are greatly needed.
I mean, even Elon Musk says like he's the one of the people in charge of OpenAI and this ChatGPT. He says that technology, if left by its own, it will decline. It won't evolve, and it always needs human interactions. So what equipment is necessary for the course? So first thing to have is a stable internet connection, since everything happens online. A computer, definitely, preferably with a RAM of minimum 4 gigs, an Intel i5 processor or equivalent, a wide display, a minimum of 15 inches, and preferably a second monitor that will make your life easier, and an operating system. So that goes without saying.
And
Right.
what
So
does it take? Yeah. What does it take to succeed in the course? It requires a lot of determination and desire. We say this all the time. Don't worry about your English. Don't worry about your technical skills. Don't worry about your computer if it's high-end computer. It doesn't help to have very good English or have a high-end computer, but that's not the mandatory thing here. The mandatory thing is for you to be determined and to have this desire to learn and grow. Growth mindset also really helps when the time comes. You will need to adapt. You will need to change. Technology is ever changing. What we teach you right now, in 3 years, even earlier, it might be completely new. So you need to have a growth mindset in order to be able to adapt and learn and challenge yourself at all times. Of course, self-management, our course is not easy. It's quite hard. It requires a lot of attention. So you need to be able to manage your time, to manage yourself, to calm your nerves, to deal with frustration, to deal with all positive and negative emotions that you'll be going through the course. So self-management is of the essence. And I would say my personal favorite, curiosity. Uh, Being naturally curious or developing curiosity along the way can really help you because then you can learn another technology that we didn't teach, but it suits your project very well or your company, your future company. This is a very good thing to have.
So I like this question. So Thanos is saying, "Let me be cynical in this question. Why should I come to you? What differentiates you from others?" You want
Want to
to
take
take this
this?
one? Yes, sure.
Of course. Yes, thank you. So a lot of things. First of all, is our commitment to our mission. We are here to make education and access to labor market accessible to all. We are a non-profit organization. We have existed for 6 years now, and we plan to exist for 94 more years. So we are not here to make a quick buck. All of us, for the people, for our students who knows us, for the communities we belong in, technical and not technical communities, you can ask about us and see how we carry ourselves and what we are here to do. So being a nonprofit also has its advantages as our price tag is significantly lower from any other. But let's go for Thanos' case. So Thanos, if he's, I think he's in Greece. So if he pays upfront, it's 995 euros. Okay, let's call it 1,000 euros each. So let's forget about all the technical things we're teaching you, Thanos. Let's focus just on our career services or employability services that Zainab is leading. Just having a person like Zainab doing unlimited meetings with you, supporting you, guiding you, figuring things out for you. Just that service alone, just the career service alone to me, should have a much higher price tag than our overall course. So the value we provide is almost unlimited. It will depend on you and your attitude on what you're going to take out of the course. If you're willing to do the hard work, use all the service that we provide, then and your goal is to get a job, then you will get a job. There are no questions asked. If you focus on what, like, only taking, it's not about taking. It's about leveraging the resources provided to you through our course. And we've mentioned the services before. You can go back to the recording after we finish. I wouldn't like to go back one by one. Essentially is that we are here to get you placed. This is our job. This is what we take pride in. And this is also what our donors give us money for the scholarships for. So we are perfectly aligned to support you in getting a job, but we won't do the hard work for you. We've done, Zainab and Slim come from coding bootcamps themselves. They've done the hard work. So now it's up to you to do the work if you want.
And I just shared our Discord link in the chat. So I suggest that you take that question and you ask it to our community. There you will have our students, current students, and alumni. They will definitely answer your question better than we will do. So let's go for that.
I can
Yeah, it's
go
all about. Yes,
regarding.
Zainab, sorry.
Yeah. So thank you so much for asking this question. This is like the most important question ever. So why? Like why SHA? So as Damian mentioned, is about SHA mission and also like the benefit that you are going to take through the program. So let's like talk about the flexible working hours. All of our teaching classes will be like PM. After you finish from your work, if you have a work, like after 7 p.m. So this is like one benefit. Also, if you cannot like work during the days, you can be a weekend hacker. So also this is something like very important. The quality of the materials that we have in the technical materials, the non-technical materials, you can go through that and read about that, the technical skills that we are going to teach. Also, like as Damian mentioned, for the service after the graduation and also during the sessions and the program. So we not care about like the quantity, we care about the quality. So each students, you will have like specific feedback, private messages, everything like only for you, not like we will have something for all of the students. No, you will receive a lot of like direct messages about like, hello, you did this wrong, this right. So like kind of coaching and mentoring for each student. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Zainab. Yes, so your experience is personalized with us. So this is to cover what have been said, and let's move to the next slide. So I will let this to you,
Yeah.
Damian.
And I invite you to find your why. Focus on this after this call, after this webinar. Figure out your why. You really need to take time to think about your why. Why do I want to do this? Is it because I've heard that developers makes a lot of money, so and have good careers, so I want to become a developer? To me, and I think I represent our team in this, that this is a bad why. This will not get you through when challenges of studying will start hitting you. You need when time, and it will be very soon. After a week or two, you'll feel extremely challenged by the pace also of our course. So you need to stick to your why. There is a great TED talk. You can search on YouTube on how to find your why. I suggest this 100%. You need to understand why you want to do this and write it on the wall next to you. Because there will be times that you will have assignments that are too hard, it's too complicated, there are no breaks or whatever. It's not easy to get to the result that we want you to get. It doesn't just happen like this. Computer science students study for 4 years and they don't reach the level of practical experience that our students achieve in 7 months. There is a reason for it. It's your dedication, your endless hours that you've invested into yourself, into your learning. So, yeah, find your
Yeah,
why. Why is this course 7 months? It requires a lot of commitment.
that will help you keep going when you will hit the challenges, the frustration, because let us tell you from the very beginning, this will not be a happy trip or holidays. It will be like a real job. Like you will put the hours, the hard work, uh, of course, with all our support along the way. And the amount of the effort you put in, you will get at the end. So we are here to provide you with all the tools, the support, and so on. But at the end, it's up to you to go for it and to make it happen. We cannot study in your place and do the learning at your place. But we will definitely be there anytime you need us to be.
And about the tuition options, you can see here we have different pricing options depending on where you live. Currently, you can see in 1, 2, 3 on the bottom of the screen, where, like, for example, Greece is in the second tier, Tunisia is in the third tier, UK is in the first tier. And we provide fully funded scholarships to refugees and asylum seekers. And you need some proof that you belong to this vulnerable group in order to access the career track. But don't worry about the money to start with. Go finish the pre-course, take the interview with Zainab, and once we have approved you, you have to pay or prove that you are eligible for a scholarship. We pick our students. We pick our students. We want the most motivated inside in order to have a cohort that is functioning and are willing to do the hard work. And we tend to repeat the hard work. We don't want to demotivate you. By no means. We are not here. We believe so much in what we do. We could be doing many other things in our lives other than this. This is not just a job for us. It's our life's purpose. And we are here to support you do the best.
And to answer Thanos again, so the server link that I shared with you is our community server. It's not the class server. So each class has a dedicated server with only the people that are inside that class. So that's where you can ask the question related to the course. And regarding finding the solution on your own on Stack Overflow, actually we encourage you to do that because you need to be autonomous. So when you are challenged, you need to do your own researches. We are not here to spoon feed you the knowledge. You need to look for the knowledge by yourself. We will help you connect the dots. So when you try to do your research and you cannot find your way through, that's when you hit the help desk ticket and we support you. I hope this answered your question, Thanos,
And Slim's
and
nickname
concern about
is
the fact that
Slim's nickname is Mr. Google It. So he'll be telling you quite a lot. Google it. Yeah, we don't spoon feed, and hundreds of we don't have hundreds of students. We run small cohorts.
Thank you, Damian. Yeah, I will definitely tell. My first go-to answer is, especially when I have the feeling that the student is not putting the effort into finding the solution by yourself, because afterwards, when you are working, you won't find someone to give you the solution. So you need to do your research. And if then you didn't find it, we are very happy to support you. And to answer Jelena's question, if in case of double nationals who belong to group 2 and 3 at the same time, how are they charged based on your country of residence?
Because you can have two nationalities but live in a third country. So we charge based on the country you currently reside in.
And so we reached the end of the presentation. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. And
Do you
if
have any
you
questions?
have,
Yeah. Or more
we will
questions.
stay.
Thank you all for submitting your questions. It's very important for us to see that you are interested in our course. We take notes of names and everything. Nothing goes unnoticed in SHA. We've run 22 cohorts. So we know how to look at the people we really want to have inside our classes. And yes, Thanos, programming is constant, endless problem solving and curiosity. Thanos, this concept, I was just talking about it about an hour ago, that there is no programmer that knows everything. The most senior developer, the chief programmer of the universe, doesn't
We'll
know everything.
we'll Google how to center a div.
Yes.
Like this is the
Yeah.
basic
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
If that's your real problem or challenge, then you should deal with it in a different way, because you will face constant frustrations as no one knows everything. But because that's not the point. It's not a fixed mindset career. It's a growth mindset. Only fixed mindset. You need to know everything. As a lawyer, as a doctor, you supposedly need to know everything. Technology, every other hour, something changes. You're either never going to sleep and waste your life behind your computer. We don't want that. We want healthy relationships with our computers, healthy boundaries with your potential work. So it's not the case. Of course, become the best version of yourself and strive to become better every day. Yes, that's healthy. The other is not, in my opinion. It will not work out.
Yes, and you need to be, because the amount of knowledge out there is infinite. You cannot know everything, and you need to learn stuff based on your needs. So you need to create a single page application using React after learning JavaScript, then go learn React. Then you found a job offer that asks for specific technology, go and try to learn about the technology. So try to be practical and be straight to the point, not to lose time into learning stuff that you might afterwards never use. So yes. And I just shared another Discord link. So this is the class server of this next cohort. People who are interested in joining are joining this server. If you have any other questions, Thanos, or anyone of you people after this info session, you can reach out to us over there, and we will be happy to answer all your questions. Madalena is asking, thank you for the nice words, Madalena. And your question is, when is the final day for paying the tuition if we apply and we are selected? So before the 24th. So the 24th, we will start the career track. The first, before paying, you need to go through the JavaScript, the first steps to JavaScript course. You need to complete it, book a call with the admission team, and afterwards you will be invited to pay the tuition. Yes, Damien?
Allow me to rephrase this. Not the final day, but the best day is today. So today, if you haven't applied so far, go and apply. When you apply, you'll receive the link to go and take the pre-course. Start the pre-course today, or finish the pre-course today, or go through the pre-course as much as possible today, because it's first come, first served. So it's the sooner, the better.
Yeah, indeed, because we have limited seats as well. So it's better to apply right now and to fill the form, then finish the pre-course. After that, like you will have the interview. After the interview, we will send you the acceptance letter with the payment link. So it's better to finish from the payment link earlier, because also we need to send you the student's contract and follow up with the contract and all of this stuff. And we have a huge number of candidates, so we need to like finalize the last list from the candidate. So yeah, it's better to finish earlier.
So yes, I think so. If you have any other question, either related to the admissions or to the course or what we do or what's not, you can reach out to us on Discord. Myself, I'm available whenever I'm awake. So you can send me DMs and I will answer as soon as I see them. And yes, Thanos says that the devil is in the details. Details will make you the best. Definitely. And thank you for all the questions you asked Thanos. You helped us give more details and information to the people that are with us today and to the people who will watch the recording of this session afterward. So I think if we don't have any other question, maybe it's time to wrap up. And you have the Discord link. You can reach out to us whenever you need. You also have our email on the website. You can join the community. Doesn't matter the way you reach out to us, you will get an answer very fast. So thank you all for joining us today and wish you a nice end of the week and a good evening.
Thank you for coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye.